Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
36% of people have started budgeting for Christmas already.
Oh.
If you want to feel useless.
Oh my gosh, I'm still budgeting for my girlfriend group camping trip in like 3 weeks.
How many girls are going?
There's about 10 of us. No, you're not invited.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. But you know, that's a wild stat. Already budgeting for the Christmas season. It is the first day of summer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I'm still paying off last Christmas. Our boss is in town, and quite nice that he would decide to load the dishwasher and get her rolling before he took off for the day.
Yeah, so kind of him.
Last guy here in the evening, just worked so hard.
Yeah.
Didn't find the actual dishwasher pods, instead found some dish soap. And so he decided, let's look at this. Maybe this is what they use. Reads the back of it, and it says, for dishwashing. And I think he thought it said for dishwashers. He's like, oh, perfect. Anyway, puts it in. You can imagine what happened. Completely bubbled over. And there is soap all over the kitchen.
It like floods our kitchen. We have CCTV footage of this.
My favorite part is it shows him flat out reading the back of the bottle to be like, is this the right stuff?
Yeah.
And then the next
result...
picture is just bubbles everywhere. There is a paper company in China who is doing something fairly interesting. They're paying their employees based on how much people run.
I feel like Dunder Mifflin literally, like The Office had an episode about this. Like Michael Scott tried to do the same thing.
To get people exercising for compensation?
Yeah, and this is an actual paper company that is giving people more money depending on how much they run.
It is interesting when you think about wanting to keep quality employees healthy and in the workforce as long as possible.
Mental clarity.
Less sick days.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of lines up.
More energy at the office.
So, yeah, they pay more based on how much people run. It's too bad we don't do this, but how much people get the runs, or you'd be so rich.
Ryder, I didn't rinse my spring mix last night. Okay, lesson learned.
Got a bold statement to make about traffic recently. And
We don't talk about traffic on the show, I thought. I got in trouble for complaining about being mad when cars don't pull up enough for me to turn right when I have free flow. Remember when you were like,
yeah,
everybody hates traffic. You don't need to complain about it.
It's because it takes you 4 minutes to explain what you dislike, and everybody dislikes it.
I just explained it in 10 seconds or less.
You know what? You're pulling up to a light, and there's one person there, and if they just inched up a little bit, then I could actually get into the right lane, and then I could turn. Yeah, we get it.
Okay, fine. What would you like to complain about?
It's just a growing trend that I've noticed on the road, and I don't understand it. Less hotties driving. There's less
Focus on the road. Quit rubbernecking.
Don't you remember, though, like there was a stretch where you'd pull up to a red light and look over and be like, dang. And then look to the other way. Whoa, another one.
Yeah, when you were 20 and they were your age.
And you could find other 20-year-olds driving Cavaliers and Sunfires. I mean, that was a dead giveaway that there's going to be a smoke show in there.
Yeah, it would always be so awkward if, like, their dad took their car to the shop. So, like, you pull up beside this, like, bright yellow Cavalier, and you're like, and it's got, like, the Lua?
Yeah, Lau.
Is that what they're called?
Lay. The lay.
Wow, Lua. Close. That's where they
you're
dance.
Drinking Kahlua.
That's where they dance, right?
Yeah, I
at a
think
Lua.
so.
Anyway, so you're convinced it's going to be a hottie, and then it's super awkward when it's like a 45-year-old man named Terry.
I had eyelashes on my car once on the headlights because I lost a bet to you.
Yeah, they were bright pink. We still have them. We should probably
do that bet again.
Do another bet.
The amount of men that pulled up beside me and looked over with anticipation, and then were just thoroughly disappointed that this chubby bald man was there instead.
Like, what's wrong with this guy?
No, but when's the last time you saw a hottie in another vehicle.
Last night at the grocery store.
You did?
He was cute from afar. I didn't have my glasses on, but then when I saw him in the store, I was like, eh.
So not really.
So not really. But there is...
He just had a heartbeat. Congrats.
No, it's because he got out of his vehicle and I thought he was talking to me, but he had his Bluetooth in his ear and he was talking to someone else. So at first I was like...
Please tell me you responded.
So this is what happened. He gets out and he's talking and I looked and at first I wanted to be annoyed. Like, how dare you try and talk to me? And then when I realized he wasn't talking to me, I was mad. He didn't even look at me. And I was like, oh. Anyway, so yeah, yesterday is my answer. But I agree. I remember growing up in St. Albert, it was every third person was hot.
Yeah,
driving.
I don't remember the last time I was like, oh, that's a very attractive person driving. Everybody's just tired.
Yeah.
Or maybe like...
No, people don't go out looking good anymore. We've given up. We love...
That's actually true, maybe.
The Adam Sandler effect, man.
Yeah.
Who cares? Nothing needs to match. Your hair doesn't have to be clean. No makeup. You're greasy. You don't care.
Yeah, and you're maybe right that we miss rush hour because of our hours. And so maybe the people that actually do put some work into looking good are driving when we're not.
I got it.
Okay.
There were way more hotties in the 80s, 90s, well, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s because we didn't have Instagram to post our best selfie and then get away with actually looking hideous in real life. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to drive around and show off how we look anymore because we just do it online.
Post it on OnlyFans.
Whereas in the 90s, that was your only way of promoting yourself, was just driving around aimlessly with your buddies.
Doing laps.
Hoping to pull up to a car full of a bunch of other hotties and being like, sup tonight. That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
In fact, it's so bad that teenagers are like, I don't know if I need to get my license. Okay.
That's what I was wondering too. Like maybe good looking people are just too busy being good looking to get their license now.
Yeah, they just take Ubers. There you go. You gotta start looking in the back seat.
Yeah. Looking at people's back seats is super creepy. Nice to see that some parents are experimenting with kids' themes for birthday parties. Because when I was in that age range of having a little, it was just all Frozen theme parties.
Yes. Yeah,
all of them.
You were in the Frozen era. I think a lot of parents listening, if you have a preteen teenager, you also, every birthday was Frozen.
Elsa on the whole crew.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but it's cool to see some different things popping up, I'm sure. A lot of kids in Edmonton probably going to have Oilers-themed birthday parties after all the hype the last couple years.
That's right. There's a story that's gone viral. These parents threw their 4-year-old son a Trader Joe's-themed birthday party because it's his favorite store.
That's an outlet store in the States.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then I'm like, okay, are there other weird themes that parents just embrace? And I'm thinking back to that time that kid's birthday party went viral and it was just a poop emoji themed party. All the treats looked like that. The decor looked like that. Everyone was wearing brown.
Some of the other parents must have been like, a what?
Yeah,
Sorry,
what is this?
I must be reading this invitation wrong.
I feel like I also saw another one that it was like a hot dog themed party, which... That's great.
Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun. Just embrace what your kid is obsessed with.
It's probably cheaper than going with whatever's super in right now, too.
Jessica just hit us up. My kid wanted a water party. Not like water slides and sprinklers, just water. That sounds so cheap. All right, everybody gets a glass of water. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, the party favors a bottle of water. Enjoy.
What's your work perk? Maybe the company you work for supplies free snacks in the kitchen. Maybe your boss brings the crew beer every Friday and you get to leave early.
What?
What is your work perk?
780-784-7107. Get at us if you've got one. We'll dive into that in a few minutes.
Yeah, and I want to just give some examples of some companies that have some work perks that might make you feel a little bit jealous.
Or want to apply there.
Yeah.
We're talking work perks. Nice little treats you get just because of where you've chosen to be employed.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the creator of Spanx, Sarah Blakely. She's worth billions of dollars. And everyone that worked for her at one point got a trip to Europe and $10,000 spending money for said trip.
I feel like that wasn't that long ago. It's when she sold her company. She gave everybody that worked for her that.
And I remember Oprah, she got her production crew and their family all a trip to Hawaii.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Facebook, if you work for them, their head office is apparently a blast because the whole point of it is to stay creative. So they have all these different rooms that can just train your brain and keep it alive and working and not so sleepy. They have nap rooms. They have an entire spa.
Oh, man.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get a lot of work done. Doesn't sound like a place that I'd be set up for success. I'd be napping pretty hard.
What's your work perk? Do you think Ellen DeGeneres had any work perks? I heard she gave out like underwear with her name on them.
As a bonus?
I don't know.
I wouldn't wear those. Ellen, not so generous.
Yeah, seriously, this is it? What else you got?
What's up, man?
Working in the military is not really always a fun job, but the perks you get, super awesome. So when we go overseas on an operation or anything like that, tax-free income.
What?
It's not bad.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah, and thanks for the call.
Thanks for doing everything you guys do. I love listening to the show in the morning.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's so nice. Jeff wrote in, I'm a heavy-duty technician. At the shop I work at, I'm allowed to use the company shop to repair my personal vehicles, and I can borrow company pickup if I need it.
That is pretty handy.
How about this work perk that was just texted in? Texted in. Learn how to talk. The company I work for has a box suite, so we get tickets to any of the events that are happening, whether it's Oilers, Oil Kings games. Oh, that sounds
Concerts.
so fun.
Yeah, that's sick. I remember when I was younger, I heard they had outdoor water slides in North Battleford, which was about a 45-minute drive from my hometown.
Okay.
And if you worked there, you got like free admission on days that you didn't work. And I was hell-bent on the idea that that was going to be my future career just so I could get free water slides.
That sounds like the dream.
And I've heard that they do that at World Water Park at West Ed too. You get attraction passes. So on your days off, you can go and enjoy.
Days off? I'd be going before my shift, after my shift. I would just be wet at work the entire time. What is your work perk? We want you to brag about where you work. Why is it awesome? This text here. Our work perks are pretty awesome. We have a soft ice cream machine and 2 slushy machines in our lunchroom.
What?
Yeah. Also, every Friday of a long weekend, we have our lunch paid for by the company.
Man, I would just have my head under that soft ice cream machine. Every time I'm like, I'm a little sleepy. You know what I could go for?
Yeah, a mouthful
just a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, and you'd be the reason why it would be out of order every second day. Thanks, Ryder. That's why you're not going to work with Calmo. Thank you, Calmo, for the text. This one here, Little Potato Company. You get free potatoes. That makes sense.
I guess it does. They go through a lot of potatoes. That's a really successful company.
Oh, yeah, locally owned.
Mm-hmm. And they...
really cool.
Yeah, they're being used like all over North America
They're
now.
delicious.
Yeah, they're good potatoes,
Cute little guys.
Heath says, my current company gives us a laptop for work. We all just found out that they have access to check it.
Yeah, obviously. Don't people know this?
Well, I know, but like if you have a laptop that you get to take home and stuff. Anyway, it sounds like Heath and his buddies are all on to...
Whoops.
They're being a little more careful now with what they're searching, maybe.
Is it laptop or laptop? Because you're saying lab.
No, I'm saying lap. I always get them confused.
Chad wrote in, my son works for a custom car shop. He got to take 1,000 horsepower Dodge Hellcat and surprise his sister with a ride to her graduation in it.
Oh, that's badass.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Best brother ever.
We get a $50 daily DoorDash credit.
No.
What? $50
every single day?
Man, that's $250 a week. That's $1,000 worth of DoorDash a month.
And you can DoorDash things outside of food.
Good points.
You'd just be door dashing a 2-6 for the weekend.
There's a dead giveaway that you'll die in the next 10 years if you can't do this one specific exercise.
And it's a simple fitness test. It predicts whether you'll die in 10 years.
You want to try it?
Kind of.
Okay, so we've heard of this before. I think I remember hearing going from a sitting position to standing up, like sitting on the ground and then standing up, not using your knees or your arms.
So you sit cross-leg.
Right.
And you got to try and get up. You can't use your arms, knees, grab anything for support.
So that's the one I heard of a while ago. This one seems much easier for the 10 years of life test.
So this one, you just simply stand on one foot. And if you can do so for 10 seconds straight without falling, you're good. Which I feel like I could do.
No problem.
It's just 10 seconds.
3,
That's what's scary,
4,
though, you know?
5. No, you can't start at 5.
Why?
Because that's not the game. You stood up way after me and started counting at 5.
Call me a flamingo. I'm crushing this. I'm still on one foot.
It's not that big a deal. I just did it for about 20 seconds.
Okay, well, I did it for 25 seconds.
No, you didn't. You started after me. Okay, try the sitting one if you're such a legend.
I can. I got bad knees.
Well, that's the point. Try it.
Okay, hold on.
Sit on the ground and then...
Cross leg.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're never going to get up.
And I can't use anything to help myself get up?
Correct. Like you can't put your hands on your... No, can't do it. All right, well,
Okay,
rest...
well, I better write my will.
Yeah, rest in peace. Whew. Can you put me in it?
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by Corey, first time getting through, Texter 107, ready to win $1,000 with Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just sitting at a Timmy's waiting to go in and get coffee.
All right. Well, let's help pay for that.
You might be able to buy the whole store if this goes well.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, don't get me wrong to say it. If it did, I'd be happy.
All right. Perfect.
I'm a huge sponsor of them.
Perfect. Drink it every day. Is it always in your hand?
Yep, and at home.
Perfect. All right, Corey, who's your teammate for Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay?
Ryder.
All right, Ryder, get out of here. Corey, I'm going to start your 25-second timer after I say the first word. Good luck.
Okay.
Just waiting until Ryder's completely out of the room. What is the first word that comes to your mind, Corey, when I say fish?
Tip.
Buckle.
Belt.
Juggle.
Balls.
Kite.
Fly.
Chomp.
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 Bite.
Okay. Wow. Great answers. I'm so excited. I knew today would go well. I knew it. All right, let's get Ryder back in the studio and give you $1,000 before your morning coffee. Hello, Ryder.
Hello?
Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say kite?
Fly?
$25, Corey. Nice work.
I feel like you've used that word like 6 times over the last month.
Sorry, I enjoy outdoor activities. Like, what do you want from me?
You don't actually enjoy outdoor activities that much.
That's true.
Okay, next word.
Juggle.
Balls.
That's correct. $50. Buckle.
Belt.
$75. Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say chomp?
Bite.
$100.
Oh boy.
For $1,000. Oh. Corey, are you feeling confident right now? Because I am.
I am, and very excited.
Okay, me too.
What would you spend the money on?
Yeah, Tim Hortons.
Oh, definitely Tim Hortons, yes.
Oh, we got someone else in the car. They said they'll bring us some, Ryder.
It's my better half.
All right, I love that.
If I win the 1,000, you tell me what you want from Timmy. I'll bring it to you.
Most romantic partner ever. Okay, for $1,000. Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say fish?
Oh.
Come on, Ryder.
I'm going to say C.
What? Chips.
Oh, I didn't think food. Oh, and I
Fish
tried
and
to...
chips.
Oh my gosh.
Well, fish in the sea. Let's not pretend like it's a terrible answer.
That's fair. And I did leave it to the last word.
Also, I got to 100 over there, cranky.
Sorry. Corey, you picked up $100. Thanks for playing Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Oh,
Getting treated like Edmonton Oilers fans. Made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final, and there you are. I made it all the way to the end, but we couldn't get her done. And
we're
now
booing you.
Now you're pretending like I did a bad job the whole time.
I'm going to unfollow you on Instagram. Anyway, your next chance to play Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay is tomorrow morning at 7:50.
I'm not sure if you can tell, but we really want somebody to win $1,000.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty intense in here.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.